left is Matt from BleepinJeep. So let's start with just give us, Matt, just give us a brief recap of what it is that you're building. I can see it behind you, but what is it?
Well, behind me, we've got a 1985 Jag, diesel powered on top of a Dodge W250.
Excellent. Okay. And then Josh is over there. Josh joining us from obviously from his house. Josh, what's your favorite part about this build so far?
Uh, the comments. The
spoken
comments.
spoken like a true Tennessean. I like that. Okay, down in my bottom left, we've got Rudy and Janelle from Rudy's Adventure and Design, and someone new's in there with you. So who we got with you, Rudy, and what are you building?
This is my shop help Zach and a good friend actually, and we brought him on to help build the Mini Cooper this year. And yeah, I guess that's what it is. It's a 2002 Mini Cooper S. So factory it came supercharged, and now it's turbocharged with a 5-cylinder diesel.
Oh, is the motor in it already?
Yeah, motor's in.
I'm excited because I get to go. I get to go see him next week, so I'm super excited to see that. All right, next one, Holly from the Mischief Maker. What do you got there behind you?
I have a beautiful 2002 Jeep Liberty named Liberty Bibbity Sheila, and she's sat on air right now with nothing underneath her.
Bluetooth suspension, my favorite kind.
Yeah.
That's the best kind. All right, so
Perfect.
let's take so we're gonna come visit you guys next week. So what we want to do is want to check in. We've already visited with Matt up in Tennessee, so we're gonna come visit with Holly. But we wanted to get you three on here because you three are the last year's competitors, sort of, kind of. We are missing one, but that's okay. We'll talk about that later. So let's talk a little bit about what's different from this year versus last year. So we'll start with Holly because yours is going to be easy because you had to bounce out. But let's talk a little bit about the start. Let's talk about how does the start feel from this year compared to last year?
It feels very different because obviously I was with Rudy last year. So we picked the vehicle together. We were getting ideas together. And this year, obviously, by myself. And it feels very different. I didn't manage to finish the competition last year because I had my accident and I had to bow out. But thank goodness for Janelle hopping in, and they made a great team and they made an excellent vehicle. But this year I'm really excited just to get my hands in on something and honestly be the boss lady and make all the decisions. So I'm excited.
Awesome. Yeah, Janelle, you were definitely the star of the show last year, coming in at the last minute and taking that spot. Everyone, even all the camera crew, was like, Janelle's great. Let's get her back for sure. So they were super stoked to see you coming back with Rudy. So let's hear it. Rudy or Janelle, how is it different this year from last year?
Well, last year was the first year, and we had no idea what to expect. So there was a lot of surprises. This year, this year we're ready for it. We're pretty much building a buggy, Ultra 4 car type thing, and yeah, we'll see how this year's challenges go with that. I think we downsized a lot though from going full size to mini.
I was gonna say you're definitely you kind of went backwards because like this year there's gonna be some camping over. Last year that ramp charger was set up pretty sweetly for the sleeping arrangements. What's the plan for sleeping in the woods this year?
I'm not afraid of just a sleeping bag on the ground sort of deal.
I like that. That's good stuff. All right, let's check in with Matt. Matt, BleepinJeep. Let's hear. So last year, this year, what's been the difference so far? I mean, aside from the fact that you brought a car to a truck competition.
Well, obviously, we're building it in my shop this year. Whenever you guys did last year, it was more overlanding. And this year, people expected the same thing. A lot of people are asking me, that's not an overlander. But really, what we're doing is not overlanding. And whenever you guys changed the tire requirements to unlimited tire size, we decided we're just going to go all out and build a rock crawler. So that's what we're building, is a monster rock crawler. We'll be able to overland out of it, but it's not set up as an overlander.
Let's talk a little bit about your wheelbase, Matt, because as we were talking before we started here, you're measuring that bad boy in feet this year, not inches. So what is the wheelbase on the Jag?
So I got this from David. He says, we don't measure our wheelbase in inches. We measure it in feet, and it's just under 12 feet.
12 feet. You could probably fit the Liberty and the Mini Cooper in between the wheels of that thing. What's Rudy, do you know what the wheelbase is on your First of all, Rudy, let's talk a little bit. Wheelbase, tire size. What did you decide to go with? And do you know what your wheelbase is?
Yeah, so my wheelbase is going to be 115, and I'm going to go with a 37. That's a little long for a 37-inch tire, in my opinion, but I can't get it any narrower, or I can't shorten it up any because of my doubler setup. So
Excellent. So let's talk a little bit about that. So you said 5-cylinder diesel. So what's the plan for what's behind that 5-cylinder diesel?
so we're still up in the air about which transmission we're going to use exactly, but that behind that we're running two NP231s. So we're going to use the taking from Colt's build last year. We're doing that same setup.
I see. Okay, Holly, let's get the specs on the old Liberty Bibberty over there. What's do you well, I guess since it's in the air, you don't really know what your wheelbase is, do you?
Well, the wheelbase stock is 103. What a cutie. And we're going to get it to probably 107, 108. I think we're going to get it to very different from what I'm used to. I'm used to like 119, or with Nessie is 110, but you know, trying to get it as close to Nessie as possible.
And you're, if I remember correctly, watching your videos, you're doing 37s?
We're doing 37s. I'm going to build it for 39s. I do have a set of 39s that I think it would look really good on, but for now, definitely some Firestone 37s on there.
Who's changing their tires when it shows up to the SEMA show? Matt says no. I know I've gotten a phone call from everyone who's like, "Can we change the tires and wheels when we're on display at SEMA?" And I said, "Yes, yes, you can," because I know that it's no one none of you guys have ever had a car at SEMA before, have you? This is like a first.
Has anybody actually heard that we're going to SEMA yet, or is that the announcement?
Oh, sorry. I don't know.
We're
Yeah,
going.
no, we put it in all the videos. So yeah, if anyone's watching the onX videos, yeah. So we have you the onX build challenge will be what's called anchoring the diamond lot at SEMA. So we've been given a 30 by 100 foot booth to put all 7 cars in. What we're going to do is we're going to work with SEMA for on the Friday of the show. We're going to have all you guys at your vehicles for like sort of like a meet and greet, get a lot of the people there. That's where we're going to be announcing the actual winner of the competition would be at the SEMA show on that Friday. So that will be why we need everybody there. And then everyone can come see you guys. And because on Friday, SEMA is open to the public. So anyone can buy a ticket and come to the show on Friday. And then that just leads right into SEMA Fest, which is the big party with all the bands and stuff. So yeah, that's going to be it. But your vehicles will be on display for the whole week at SEMA. Pretty big feather in everyone's cap to have a vehicle at SEMA, which is pretty cool. So is that, let me ask you, Matt, is that why the Jag's so shiny?
Yeah, but we need a bigger booth. I don't know if it's going to be able to hold the Holy Grail. We need more than 100 feet.
Yours is the kicker that I may have to strategically place at a weird angle to fit in there, but they'll be okay with us, so they'll make it work. So yes, it'll be. And the SEMA show this year is 100% live streamed. So SEMA's going to probably come over, check out the cars, get them up on and push out all them. Everyone at SEMA is super excited at the top level. Everyone who runs SEMA is super stoked to see all these cars, and they didn't believe you could build a car for $20,000. And I said, we're a little flexible on some of those numbers, but they can do it. Trust me. And they were kind of shocked because they're used to dealing with like $1 million cars, right? So they said they were shocked that anyone could build a car for $20,000. So they're excited to see what you guys bring. All right. So we've done that. Now let's, so any questions? I can't really see the questions from the people, but let's talk about any questions from you guys. So let's talk any questions from Matt, Rudy, or Holly.
I think we took care of all the questions before this started, but my main question was budget-wise. What accounts for the budget?
Yeah, so we'll be removing anything safety-wise out of your budget. And so anything that is basically deemed as safety. So we'll be looking at like roll cage tubing, not going to count. If you've replaced your seats with some type of aftermarket seat, that's a gray area, but we're probably going to pull that out. And then we will get and like brakes, stuff like that. Like not aftermarket brakes, but if you've done service to your vehicle, like let's say you've got a set of axles like you have Bleepy from the junkyard and you replace the rotors and pads and all that kind of stuff, none of that stuff's going to count. Stock brake hoses aren't going to count. Seat belts, fire extinguishers, and then any tools you put in the vehicle for the trip, those obviously don't count. And anything that is like any spare parts that you're going to bring, none of that's going to count. And then anything that's going to be removable. So if you, on that flatbed, if you were to like put your stove in there that you're going to cook with, that wouldn't go into your budget. That would be removable because obviously you could take it out and take it on a different camping trip kind of thing.
I'm gonna build another car just like Rudy's and put it on the back.
I don't know if we could do that. I don't know if I could count. I have one, I'm not going to say who, but someone did reach out to me to say that they felt that their vehicle is going to be too nice to go off-road and they wanted to know if they could change vehicles mid competition, to which I said, I said, no, I don't really think that fits the theme of everything. I don't really think that's the right way to do it. So I think I've talked them into keeping the vehicle they're building. So yeah, but it was an interesting conversation. So all right, so that's Matt's question. Holly, got any questions? Rudy, any questions?
Do we have more insight on the challenges?
So yes, I can give you
what's expected of our vehicles.
Yeah, I can give you we've gone over a few of them, but we can re-go over them here. So we are all gonna meet in a location in the Southwest. Right now it's probably Tucson, so we're gonna meet. You guys really hit me hard last year saying you wanted like vehicle on vehicle challenges. So we are gonna have right now we've got a large selection, so you can expect one or more of these. We are meeting at a drag strip, so there will probably be some sort of drag race. Everyone loved the tug of war, but it's not going to be a tug of war this time, but it's going to be something like that. Maybe like a sled pull. So there may be a sled pull. We are going to have some type of articulation test for everyone's vehicle. And we will be having a weight test, basically a real day of like head-to-head vehicle on vehicle fighting for the win out on that day. And
so if my vehicle fits on top of Matt's, I win, right?
I think we should do that. We should have like a who can park on who other's car type of challenge. So, but the way it's going to work, just so you guys know, so just in case everyone's forgotten, if you, Rudy, you remember last year, and Matt, you probably remember, is on the last day we did that one trail and you could bet votes on what's going to happen. So since we're going to Vegas for the SEMA show, what we're going to do is we're going to close the voting, not officially, but as far as we're concerned for the competitors. And I will be assigning you $1 for every vote that you've gotten the day that we leave. So that morning, we're going to log into the onX website, and I'm going to look down, and if you have 9,674 votes, I'm going to give you, not really give you, but it's going to be fake money, $9,674. And throughout the week, all the challenges, you're going to be betting your votes. There's going to be a minimum bet and a maximum bet. And some of them are going to be like last time. We're going to have some that are like $5,000 bets you can get up to. So just because someone's ahead in the votes when we leave for Vegas doesn't mean they can win in the end.
That's fun.
And here's an example. We're going to be going to a trail. And this is why when the person asked me, they said, oh, I'm worried about my car. We're going to go to a trail that there's some really, really cool stuff to drive over, but there's also some really lame bypasses. And we're going to give you 5 cards at the bottom of the trail. And then there's going to be gates. And if you do the challenge, you can trade a card for another card. And then when we finish the trail, it'll be a hand of poker with the cards that you are left with. And the only way I'll let you know a little secret, the only way you're going to get a face card is if you do one of the gates. So you're all going to start with like 2s and 3s and 5s and 7s and 9s. And then if you do a gate, you'll get one of the face cards, whether it's a Jack, King, Queen. So if you want a good poker hand at the end of that trail, you're going to have to do the optional lines or the hard lines type of thing.
I'm going to have to learn how to play poker.
Don't worry, Rudy. I'm going to give you a cheat sheet It's going to tell you what the high hands are and the low hands are. I'll take care of all that for you. It's going to be super easy. So
Good.
yes. And then same as when we're doing the drag race and the articulation, we're going to have, it's not going to be a who goes the fastest or who articulates the most. We're going to be betting on, you're going to be betting with each other on another vehicle. So you guys will be basically coming up with a top 10 list and determining how many votes you want to bet for the top 10 list. And that's how we're going to do it. So the whole thing is going to be very much a gambling theme, but just because you're in the lead on day one when we leave does not mean that you're going to have that many votes when we arrive in Las Vegas.
Wow.
So to answer your question, Rudy, could you do this trip and not scratch your truck? Absolutely. Are you going to win any votes? 100% no. You're not.
I promise you one thing, Ian. We are going to be the most capable vehicle there.
I can sort of see that from the looks of the tires and the bug, very much bugginess. Now, most comfortable?
No.
Okay, so now I did see one thing pop up in the chat where somebody was asking about the wild card. Now, what we want to do also here during this live is we want to talk a little bit about the wild card. I see you guys have been promoting the wild card on your channel, so we have some applications in, and I have 3 people that I want you everyone to look at. And these are in no way are these finalists or anyone who's near the top. These are just 3 that I randomly pulled out. And I just want to get you all of your feedback on each of these wildcard people. So I'm going to share my screen here. Hold on here. I'm going to share the screen. Okay, share. All right. So this is one of the first. Can everyone see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is one of our first wildcards. So what I've done is I've just pulled up their social media. So this is Jeeping Adventure. I'm trying to scroll down here. Hold on. So as you can, this would be the vehicle they want to bring. This is like looks like a pretty well built LJ. Thoughts? What does everyone think? Do we think an LJ would be a good fit for the build challenge?
I like it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think that
Absolutely.
that Cherokee, go back up to the top, that Cherokee.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
What I was
Yeah.
looking at.
Oh, so you would. So let me ask you this. So if this person became a finalist, if these are the 2 vehicles, what do you 3 or you 4 would you say you'd want to see, the Cherokee or the LJ?
Cherokee.
I'm the XJ guy, so I'm gonna have to go XJ.
All right, Rudy, what are you thinking?
Cherokee.
Cherokee's probably the good.
Yeah.
You know, I do find it ironic that both Rudy and Matt are kind of known for Cherokees, and that this year you did not build a Cherokee, which I still can't figure out. But that's
That's
okay.
I built a Cherokee. I don't know.
XJ.
Okay, so here's the next one. This is another one. This is Miss Lux. So this is a Lexus. This is a Lexus, actually. I'm trying to find a good. So that FJ. So this is the Lexus that I want to log into that. So this is their so this would be the vehicle they'd be bringing. I don't really see any more pictures of this Lexus, but when they put in, she is a guide and an educator who teaches off-roading.
Very cool.
Where is that? Alaska?
I didn't look to be where they were. It does look pretty. Well, no, that looks pretty deserty. Colorado is what it says right here. But that's the Lexus right there that they put in for their application. So that's a pretty overlanding type of vehicle right there. Little Lexus action. Everyone's thoughts on a little Lexus?
Depends on the trail you're gonna take us on. Are you gonna put us in the stuff like you did last year?
I just explained that, Bleepy. This year they have a choice, and they're not playing for big dollars, so they don't even need to worry about it. All right, this one is my favorite. I'm going to be biased because I have a soft spot for these bad boys right here. First gen Toyota 4Runner on 1 tons.
Yes.
So this is
Yeah.
Crawl Sauce.
Crawl
So-
sauce.
Crawl Sauce is their name. It's a 1 ton swapped first gen 4Runner, and that's probably one of my favorite vehicles of all time.
Yep, that gets my vote.
That one would
Yeah.
get your vote.
Yep.
I've seen a lot of good submissions, but this one is pretty good.
Yeah, I think I like that one a lot. So all right, so there we go. So those are the three that we just sort of randomly pulled out. Have any of you has any one of you been reached out from someone who's like, "Hey, I'm going to apply and this is what I'm applying with," and got like any of those stories to share with us?
Anyone? I have a friend called Jeremy who's actually on here. I keep seeing that he's asking questions about the wild card, and he has a vehicle with a camper on top of it that he's working with. He's from Texas. He's been through a little tough time the past year, but it looks so good.
Is that the Dodge pickup with the camper on it?
It surely is.
I think I saw. So we also, what we've been doing is they have a form they can fill out on the onX website, and then they also, if they tag onX in any social post, we basically scrape through those and have found those. And I think I found his. He was doing like a little video from sitting in the driver's seat, talking about the truck kind of thing. So yeah, I think I did see that one as well.
I want to
Yeah,
see the
he's
video.
fantastic.
What's that, Bleepy?
I want to see the video submissions that people have submitted. Do we have any of those yet?
Well, I didn't load any of them up, but you can find them. Just go onto the old YouTube and search. I think they have a hashtag they want everyone to use. I think it's like onX Build Challenge Wildcard or something like that. Yeah, if you just go on there and search, you can find them, Bleepy.
Yep, and then they won't stop coming because my whole YouTube search feed is just
Everyone's wild cards.
yeah.
That is awesome. All right, someone says, someone in the chat has just said they agree on that that first gen Forerunner. So what would you consider to be like a requirement for someone who's gonna? Because I mean, you guys get to hang out with each other all the time, especially all you people down in Influencer Hollow, which is Sand Hollow, by the way, for those of you who don't know, because everyone who's moved to Sand Hollow, they're all influencers now. So especially you guys down in Influencer Hollow, you guys get to wheel together all the time. What do you think if someone's just gonna like bust into this crowd and come wheeling with you guys for like a week? What do they need to know? Give me one thing they have to be able to do and know if they're gonna like hang with the onX Build crowd. Let's start with you, Bleepy. What you got?
Well, you got to be able to take body damage and not cry about it. Yeah. You got to be able to send it whenever you go up the trails, and I think that's about it. No complaining.
That's Bleepy's rule. All right, Holly, what do you got? What's one thing someone's got to do if they're going to come and join this rowdy bunch?
Honestly, just don't be shy, but also don't do things just to impress. You know, we're already impressed that you're going to be with us. We just want to get to know you and all have fun, and just don't feel pressure to do something that you normally wouldn't do, but because other people are doing it, then you go do it, then your vehicle gets destroyed or scratched, and then you're sad about it. Because at the end of the day, we're building these for this purpose, right? So we have other vehicles that we go and take out. So just remember to take it easy and just have fun.
No,
all right, Rudy.
Send it.
Bleepy says safety third. All right, Rudy, what do you got? Rudy or Janelle, what do you got?
You gotta have snacks. Gotta have some good snacks.
That is a brilliant idea. Yes, good trail snacks. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Other than that, I mean, like, just to have someone that, like Holly said, is down to have a good time. Like, because we're building these cars for this purpose, but we're also doing it to go hang out with some of our friends, just to have someone that wants to come have fun, go out on a trail would be just like perfect.
Awesome. I did see something pop up in the chat. Someone asked if the wild card does get to come to SEMA. I can guarantee that I can get them some SEMA credentials, probably hotel and all that kind of stuff. That's all on you. You're gonna have to figure that out, because we're probably not gonna get you a hotel for SEMA, because we're gonna get there like let me ask this question. We're gonna get there a couple days early. Who's going to just stay? Well, you guys are so close to Vegas. That's a stupid question. Hey, Matt, are you going to stay in Vegas for the week, or are you going to go home and come back?
I might not be able to afford it. I might have to go down and hang with Holly and Rudy.
Smart. Yeah. Are you guys going to like go home when you've done SEMA before, Holly? Do you just drive home and come back? It's only like what, 2 hours, right?
It's only 2 hours. So yeah, normally I'll drop a vehicle off or just go for the day and then come back or whatever, but I will be there. I'll stay for a couple of nights, but I'm not going to be there the entire time.
Good. We got to hit all my favorite restaurants. That's the most important thing.
Yes, pizza.
Oh, we got to do the pizza rock.
Mhm.
All right. So let's go through this one. I think we're at almost at the 30-minute mark. So does anyone have any pressing questions or concerns or comments?
Hey, I have a question, and this might be someone else's question too, but so with the wild card, are they like coming for like the whole like experience, I'm assuming? Like, or what are they like participating in per
Yeah,
se?
they're gonna come. We're gonna have them come. I don't know if we're gonna ask them if they want to participate in like the vehicle challenges. That's up to them, really. It's more just them. They're gonna get to come and experience the wheeling with you guys, and then their vehicle's not gonna be at SEMA. They're just gonna come for the trail ride portion of it. If they want to come to where we're gonna spend the day putting your vehicles to the test, they are more than welcome to. If they want to participate, that's great, but they don't have to. So it's more just they're just coming to just be part of the gang, part of the crowd, and have some fun kind of thing.
Sounds good.
That's awesome.
All right, so I think we're going to wrap this up shortly, but I do want to just go around the room one more time. So let's talk. I want to know, as we're getting close to this thing and we're getting ready to go out, and we know we're going to be riding in some trails, we're going to be camping and spending a night in the woods. What is one, well, it's not the woods, it's like the woods, it's the southwest, so it's deserty woods. What is one thing that you definitely have to have with you on a trip like this? So we'll start with you, Holly. Give me, what do you got? What do you need? Uncrustables, a good tent. What's it got to be?
Just a good sleeping. I have a really good sleeping bag. If I have that, I can be anywhere. I'm good.
Excellent. Bear spray. There's no bears where
Bear
we're
spray.
going. Might need some sawar. No, what is it? What do they call those? Not Gila monsters. What are those little? I can't remember what they're called. Anyway, not there's. Hopefully, there's no snakes. Oh, I hate snakes. All right, Rudy and Janelle, what's one thing that you have to have with you?
Red Bull.
I think you're gonna be using that a lot up until we leave.
Yep. That's part of my daily routine. So can't live without it.
All right, so we gotta vote for Red Bull. Josh, what's the thing that you have to have?
I gotta have tunes.
Gotta
Need
have
some music.
good tunes. Yeah, what is the plan for Bleepy? You've got all that space in that bad boy. Actually, I have two more questions for everybody, just a show of hands. So, who's gonna have air conditioning in the vehicle still? Bleepy, no. All right.
We could, but I don't think it's in the budget.
Gotcha. Okay. I mean, it gets pretty hot. It could be a safety thing. Just anyway. Okay. So, all right. So tunes. I like that. All right, Matt, what's one thing you have to have?
Snacks, Dr. Pepper, and we're gonna have to bring some fake snakes to scare you.
Yeah, don't. I mean, you will. You'll scare the bejeebers out of me. There'll be no jeebers left inside of me. There. If fake snakes come out, there's a chance I will need fresh pants on a regular basis. Hey Matt, I got a thing for you. Off topic. You need to look this up. I haven't tried it yet. I've been waiting to be with you to try it.
Okay,
Dr. Pepper margarita.
haven't had that one yet.
Apparently, it is a life-changing experience, just so you know. I haven't made one yet. Someone told me about it, and I said, I have to share that with my friend Matt. So I may be bringing those items with me when I come, because apparently it's the cat's pajamas. That's what I've been told.
I'm down. Let's do it.
All right, that's what we'll do. So we'll do a Dr. Pepper margarita night just for Matt. That I'll make sure that the camera guys are rested up so they get some good video of Matt all Dr. Pepper margarita up. All right, guys. So I guess that wraps it up. We are good. I am going to see you, Rudy, and you, Holly, in next week. So I'm flying down to see all you guys, and then we're going to go hit some trails. We're hitting. What are we hitting? Rattles. Oh no, it's a snake
Rattlesnake
trail.
Gulch.
Oh yeah, I'm so scared. Okay, so we're hitting so you guys are going on Rattlesnake Gulch with the camera crew. I'm gonna stay in the truck. So we're gonna hit. Is that like, I've never done that trail? Is that a really good trail?
It's super scenic, and there's a lot of water crossings, so you can guarantee it's going to be a little bit cooler than out in Sand Hollow, the border of hell. But yeah, it's a good one.
Excellent. I like it. And Holly, are we taking out the giveaway Jeep?
We will be taking out the giveaway Jeep. Yeah, it's first ever trail. So fingers crossed I built it right.
I'm excited. So let's while just to wrap this up, let's talk like that giveaway Jeep. Give us the brief skinny on that, because if all these people watching, maybe they want to win a Jeep.
Yeah, if you want to win a Jeep, head on over to Mischief Maker TV. You can see the whole build there. Head on over to treadlightly.org where you can make a donation for as little as $5, buy merchandise and get entries, or even better, become a member of Tread Lightly. So definitely go check it out.
That is awesome. Awesome. All right, guys, I'm just scrolling through some of these comments here to see if we missed anything exciting. Let's see here.
I saw a lot of people think the AC should be free, Ian.
I'm seeing that. I'm seeing a lot of people say it. I'll tell you what, you know what? Just because I'm such a caring guy, I'm going to say that if you guys go through the trouble of putting AC in your rigs, I'm going to call it a safety feature, because we will be in Tucson and it's hot in Tucson. So I'll say if you can get the AC working in your rig, I won't ding you on your budget on that one, because it is hot in Tucson even in October. So yeah, we'll call that safety. Call that safety. And even if you wanted to put like helmets with a pumper in there and all that kind of stuff, I'm looking at you, Rudy. That would also be safe.
I was gonna totally cheat the system here.
You were gonna do well. You weren't the only one. Someone else asked me that. They said, "Would helmets and a pumper be considered safety?" And I said, "Yes, I think it would be." So
Yeah,
yes.
I was gonna put headsets anyway for like road use because it might be loud.
You would want that, yeah. And just so everyone remembers that, unlike last year, because we're trying to replicate Ultimate Adventure, we're not going to make you guys drive like miles on roads. We're focusing on the off-road ability of these vehicles. So you guys will be traveling from location to location where we're going off-roading. If you choose to drive the vehicle there, that's your choice. If you choose to just get it there, that's also your choice. Because also, when we get to Vegas, I don't want you guys to be without a car when we drop these things off at the SEMA show. So we aren't concerned as the event people. If you want to trailer it from location to location, you're perfectly available to do that. We're not trying to replicate Ultimate Adventure this year. So but the only person who's going to be messed up on that bad is Bleepy, because there's not a trailer in the world that truck is going to fit on. And more importantly, I want to see that 7.3 struggling pulling that. What's the weight on that thing now? 13,000 pounds? Is that the GVW on that thing? It's got to be heavy.
I think the trailer itself weighs 13,000 pounds.
Wow.
And your Jag probably now weighs the same. All right, guys. Okay, so I want to thank you very much. Any closing thoughts from anybody before we call this thing a wrap?
No, just everyone get voting. Keep voting every single day. Vote.
Yes, don't forget. Oh, and we will have some way to vote during that last day at SEMA. So if you're planning, and it will be like an in-person thing. So if you're planning to be at SEMA, we are trying to figure out a way to basically get you guys voting in person. So if you're going to be at SEMA, make sure you stop by the booth as well to see all the cars. And if you're not, I don't know if we're going to reopen voting. We haven't really figured that out on the back end and our end, but we'll figure that out. So yes, but as Holly said, get over there and vote. Vote as many times as possible, and then we'll go from there. Someone did ask, so they need to be street legal, and I'm going to say that is completely up to the competitor, because we aren't going to be making them drive on the road. That's up to them. And someone says, Bleepy, you're going to need a commercial driver's license to tow that truck down the road, which I completely agree with.
I'm gonna need AC too, now that you mention it, because with no paint on there, it's just like a easy bake oven.
I feel sorry for everyone else that drives around you, because they're just going to be blinded by the sun that's reflecting off that thing. And it's going to be insane. My poor camera guy is going to hate you. He's going to be so mad, but it'll be funny at the end of the day. That's all that matters.
Everybody bring your sunglasses.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. It's been great catching up with you guys. I'll see I'll see Holly, Rudy, and the rest of the gangs when I'm down in Sand Hollow next week. Matt, keep working. I mean, you can be pretty close, right? How much I mean, that looks like a car at this point.
Well, we're just on the details at this point. We got to get it running, get the interior done, and finish up the outside.
Excellent. It's looking pretty far along. I'm pretty proud of you guys. Good job. Holly, you might
Work
want to get
today.
some axles underneath there. All right, guys. Once again, thank you so much for joining us. Thanks for everybody who's tuned in to watch us here on this webinar. Make sure to get over to the onX Offroad Build Challenge page. Vote for your favorite builder. We got to get these numbers up so these guys have some fake money to bet with when we hit the road on our way to the SEMA show. Thanks, guys.